Hey, what's going on, guys? Everyday Gunpla here. Today, we're back with another review, and we're taking a look into one of Gundam's most unique and underrated mobile suits, the Gundam F91 model kit. Whether you're a longtime Gunpla builder or just getting into the hobby, this thing came out in the early 90s, and it's still one of the best unique Gundams to date. Now, straight out of the box, you got about 15 runners. You got water slides, actually not water slides, they're dry decals and stickers. Now, I got really into dry decals recently, and I really learned how to use them and make them unique to my kits, and I actually think I prefer them over water slides, as crazy as that sounds. But the book is amazing. The cover art looks just like the box. It's between the covers feels comic book but also paperback, but the rest of the pages feel just like flimsy paper. I don't know what was going on when they made this book. It is what it is. It's clear black and white. There's two color pages in the middle, basically showcasing some articulation with the F91 Gundam, which is pretty cool. I like that it broke up the black and gray, or excuse me, the gray areas of the book and stuff, which is pretty cool. Shows you some poses you could do with them. I did none of these poses. But the back of the book has your decal pages, excuse me. It also has your weapons, which is pretty. I like a book like this because it gives you everything you need, and it shows you everything where you want it to go, so there's no guessing like, oh, where should I put this, where should I put that. But anyways, let's get back into this. The Gundam F91 stands out immediately because, honestly, this was a time for Gundam when Tamino was getting away from the big bulkiness of the early Universal Century up through Charge Counterattack, and they were making Gundams and mobile suits in general smaller, faster, and more aerodynamic. So the F91's design focuses on high mobility. It also has those awesome VSBR cannons. Oh my god, those things are so cool. It's got fins for speed on the shoulders. It's got a slimmer face. It gives it an aggressive look, but still makes it more aerodynamic. If you compare them to the RX-78 or the Zeta Gundams, the 91 feels like a futuristic machine of look at tanks. Look at modern tanks, and then look at tanks when they first started building them. They were massive. Yeah, we have super big tanks like the Abrams and stuff, but you have a lot more smaller tanks, and I believe that's where Gundam was going with this slimmer design. I mean, the smaller center of mass, smaller mass in general, harder to hit, faster to get around, more mobility. So I guess that's where they were going with that. So the build experience, it's smooth. It's super beginner friendly. These kits are really small. They're small master grades. They're akin to the size of the show. If you guys have watched the F91 movie, it was universally pegged as fast-paced and all over the place. But I'll let you guys watch that yourself. Honestly, I thought it was okay. It wasn't my favorite. There's a bunch of other grunt suits from that timeline that I absolutely love, and I'm gonna probably get one to review at some point. There's really good logical part separation, minimum seam-line issues. The way that the armor is spaced on this thing is actually really cool. So you barely have any type of seam lines to mess with. There are some seam lines, but they're not all over the place. You barely can see them. The chest unit is particularly impressive. It's compact, layered, and super freaking sturdy, dude. It's probably one of the best chest pieces I've put together, as far as oh, this isn't super flimsy. The leg construction is pretty cool. Like I said, I have big hands, so sometimes smaller parts annoy me. I got a little frustrated with some of the leg bits, but I figured it out. But again, that's just I talk about this all the time in my videos. That is just a size of hand issue. It's absolutely nothing to do with the kit itself. The kit is pretty cool. It's super fast. and enjoyable to build. Like it's a pretty quick kit. Articulation and posing. I'll show you guys some articulation and posing at the end of the video. The knees, you can pull them out and bend them, which is pretty cool. I don't really show that off. It's got super great hip range. You can move this thing side to side. Pretty much you can do workouts with it. Solid abs. The shoulders, they go all the way up. It's nice. It's actually a really well put together kit. I actually really liked it a lot. And I thought, wow, this thing's pretty sick for articulation. You guys can go and build it and have fun with it. I just stuck to some basic stuff just because like I was just getting done with it and I just wanted to like finish posing it, and I wanted to like see how it looked and stuff, because like I love building it. It was fun. The balance, it's really good. You don't really need a stand. You can use a stand. You don't really need a stand. I mean, like, it's cool on a stand. I preferred it off the stand. Just the way I was posing, it was like just cool looking off the stand. For the details, I did some panel lining. I did a little bit of overspray. I had a good time doing that. Panel lining, there's not a lot to panel line, but what is there to panel line, it definitely adds detail to the suit. So I suggest panel lining. Let's see, for size, again, it's not that big. The chest vents are pretty cool. I'm just looking at design right now, you know, details, all that stuff. The backpack and thrusters are cool. They have like, I actually really like the backpack on this thing. It has about 4 thrusters in the back because this thing is super fast. I believe it's one of the fastest Gundams. Other ones outpace it later on, but it's not a big deal. Stickers are minimal, but super, like, when you got to put the stickers on because they're definitely effective. I use dry decals that come with it, and those were cool to put on. As you can see, the shoulders, it's super detailed. You guys are gonna have a blast putting those on. Just cut them out, put them on, rub them with your thumb, and you're good to go. Now, let's talk about the value. I paid $38 for this at Hobby Lobby. Now, the kit retails for about $68. That's gonna make a lot of people get turned off, especially for the size and how old this thing is. But if you just go to Hobby Lobby on the website, or just go into your local Hobby Lobby, pick it up on 40% off week, I think it's absolutely worth $38. It's 100% worth that. I don't think that it's worth $70. That's just my opinion, and I know, like, it's very polarizing sometimes for you guys to listen to my opinions, but this kit's for everybody. It's super cool to look at. It's super worth the build. It's sleek. It feels fast when you put it in your hand. Like, man, I know if I threw this thing, it would go across the room. It's very affordable if you look for the deal, if that makes sense for you guys. It is also, say you've been building nothing but big stuff, I call it a great palette cleanser between super big builds and more complex builds. And it's slow paced. It slows you down. You don't need to speed through it. It's, as you can see right here, I'm having a blast just looking at this thing. I was in awe. I mean, look at that backpack. Look at those shoulders. Look at that back. Look at that back skirt. The legs are cool. Like, this is just a very awesome looking Gundam that unfortunately got put into a movie that was very poorly executed, and I feel bad for it because this thing is consistently in a lot of people's top 5 Gundam designs of all time from the Universal Century. It just looks amazing. It looks like it could be built in real life and it wouldn't take up space. Yeah, it'd be huge, don't get it messed up, but it's stylish, it's compact, it's fun to build it with your kids. It's a great starter kit, a good beginner kit. It's a great kit for experts, and I think you guys should go out and buy this thing for the right price. It's got to be the right price. I give the Gundam F91 a solid 9 out of 10, guys. So if you like the content, be sure to give me a like and subscribe, and wait for the next review. This is Everyday Gunpla, guys, and I hope you guys have a great, fantastic day. See ya.